when spirit
New day, new day. Yes, indeed. It's a new. Yes, Lord. Man. New day, new day. It's a new. Man. Yeah. New day, new day. It's a new. Man, get them, Shawnee. New day, new day. It's a new. Man, what's up with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth. New day. Man, it's a new. Man, what's up with it, family? What's the damn deal, man? This is Junior the Truth. And this is indeed the Black Coffee Club live, man, hosted by me, Junior the Truth. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you, man. I want to be sure that you all can hear me just fine. You know, we're doing it a little different as we are not in the studio. The studio is under construction. I am indeed in my home office. So I'm broadcasting live from the sweatshop. You feel me? But salute to you all, man. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in, man. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate it. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all, man. Like I really, truly couldn't tell it all. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Salute to the entire family. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I guess we can just well, I'm gonna say this. I'm indeed Junior the Truth. You can follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth is JUNIORTHE. TRUTH, and it's over all the social media platforms, man, each and every one. Man, let me make sure y'all give me a thumbs up to make sure that y'all can hear me. Those of y'all who are listening in live. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, that's catching the replay gang in full effect. Thank you all so much. And salute to everybody that's catching this in the podcast format, man. I know you must really love me if you're listening to this because it is not studio quality. And y'all already know how we do. You feel me? And it's not studio quality, but you're still taking the time to listen to the podcast. I love you for that. But shout out to the podcast family, hashtag Junior Mafia, Me La Familia. But you can follow me everywhere via social media. I can be found with the handle Junior the Truth, JUNIORTHE, and it's over all the social media platforms, man, each and every one. But if you really looking for me, if you really looking for me, then you can definitely, most certainly, you can catch me over at the hub, www.JuniorTheTruth.com. That's all things Junior the Truth, man. You can definitely catch me over at the hub, man. But salute to you all, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also I would be remiss if I didn't announce and remind you all that we are currently underway for our 7-day awareness window. Those of us who are participating, man, we're monitoring our time, looking and checking things out and making sure that we know exactly where we're spending our time. And so with that being said, the actual mat tool is available. It is up and available over at Junior the Truth. Well, you can go over to the shop, thetruthshop.com. JuniorTheTruth.com will get you there though, but you can go over and get your free tool. It is the Minute Manual MAT, M-A-T, and that's matrix awareness tool. But it's over there for you all, so you can help get this snapshot of where you are just in life, and your life roles, as well as where you're actually spending your time. So it is available and it is free. I don't know where Mahari Nation is when you need him. He coming in here asking for free stuff. So I bet he don't go over there and download that MAT tool though. But once again, do I need to go over to the tool for you all so you can see it? Or I think y'all got it. But you can go over to JuniorTheTruth.com, click the shop, and then it'll go over there and you can get the tool for free. Man, we in here, so I might as well take y'all over there to do it. So hold on 1 second. Boom. Let me share my screen. I'm feeling like I just need to So apologies to those of you all who are fully aware of this and really just want to get on with the show, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't. It wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. Boom. I gotta close this out. Boom. So here we are. So you go over to JuniorTheTruth.com, go over to the hub, www.JuniorTheTruth.com, and you see up here at the top, you got the content, you got the blog, you got the Minute Manual book, you got the Truth Shop, you got Connect, you got Book Me. So you go over to the Truth Shop, boom. That'll take you over here to the shop. That's where we do all of our merch. Everything's over there at the Truth Shop. And then you click on, you can come down here to view all. And when you go to view all, this will take you to all of our featured products. But we are, where is it? I do this every time. All right. Well, let's go to catalog to make it easy on myself. We go to catalog, and then it's one of the last ones in. So you got to search for it, but it's in here. The Minute Manual Mat, free. Of course, it's free, zero charge. So you go in here and you get the download, and it's a tool that will help you capture your week. So go over to the Truth Shop and go over and shop for it and find the Minute Manual Mat, M-A-T. And it is over there for the free. All right. Don't say I ain't never do nothing for you. I do it because I love you. But salute to the family, man. Salute to everybody that's already gotten yours. Salute to everybody that's doing the challenge this week and getting your 7-day awareness challenge, man. And we're off. We started at 8:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going all the way until Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But salute to you all. So let's go on and get it rolling, man. Let's get it rolling. So once again, apologies that I'm not in the studio. I'm in my home office. The studio is under construction. We'll be back in there hopefully next week. We'll be back in there Monday. New and improved, man. Can't wait. I am very, very, truly excited. This is just a part of the changeover for the new year and the things that we're doing with the content, man, the things that we're doing with the platform. So super excited for it. But once again, welcoming you back to the Black Coffee Club. Thank you so much, man. I cannot tell you enough that you are the most intentional morning circle on the planet, man. And I really, truly, genuinely appreciate you all, man. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. You all are so dope. And let me just give you and you just inspire me to just keep going, man. You inspire me to just keep going, because this self-mastery conversation is not an easy conversation to have on an ongoing basis. And we've dedicated this entire platform to us mastering ourselves in hopes to actually get better and to change the dynamic for us and our families, man. So I'm gonna come out. I'm coming in with a question today that it's gonna sound simple, man, but it will expose your life if you answer it honestly. Salute to my brother Stormy B, man. I see you in the building. Salute to everybody. I see all y'all in here. I'm coming in with a very simple question. Y'all be sure to hit the like button, please. But this question will change your life if you answer it honestly. Who are you really responsible to? That's the question. Who are you really responsible to? King Vonnie, who are you really responsible to? That's it. Who are you really responsible to? Not who you're trying to impress, not who you're afraid to disappoint, not even who's the loudest in your life. None of that. I'm talking about real responsibility. I'm talking about real, true to life responsibility. Because a lot of us are exhausted, not from doing too much, but from being responsible to the wrong things, man. Being responsible to the wrong things. Who are you really responsible to? I called Stormy B Man a couple of weeks ago. And I called him, and we were in the middle of a snowstorm, or a snowstorm was coming. And Stormy B Man was actually out handling his responsibilities. I don't know if he's still in here, but he was out handling his responsibilities, and he was getting supplies for his daughter, I believe it is, and his grandchildren, because of the snowstorm was coming up. So Stormy B-Man was out getting supplies for his daughter and his grandbabies. And he was like, man, I'm getting ready to go over here and drop. Y'all know how Stormy talk. Hey, man, I'm getting over here, getting ready to go drop this stuff off, man, over here for my grandbabies, man. You feel me? Stormy's responsible. He has a sense of responsibility to the grandbabies. You feel me? That's such a beautiful thing. A sense of responsibility to the grandbabies. Who are you really responsible to? Once again, not who you're trying to impress, not who you're afraid to disappoint, not even who's the loudest in your life. I'm talking about the real responsibility. A lot of us are exhausted, not from doing too much, but from being responsible to the wrong things. We're responsible to the wrong things. Who are you responsible to? And that's very much an individual question. That's not a blanket question. That's and I see some of y'all answering it in a blanket fashion, and that's cool. But that's I'm talking about you, because Stormy's responsibilities, right, are not my responsibilities. King Vonnie's, who he's responsible to, is not who I'm responsible to. You understand what I'm saying? And so we have to, this is a very, like, even coming in here, I have a strong sense of responsibility to you all. You feel me? I have a responsibility to you all as a part of my community, right? And this community that I've architected and built, and I'm trying to cultivate, right? But Felix Nunez doesn't have the same responsibility to this community. You see what I'm saying? So that is a very strong and individual question. And the truth of the matter is, man, if we're going to talk about self-mastery, we got to talk about our roles. We got to talk about our roles, because self-mastery without clarity, like, listen to me, man. Self-mastery without clarity is just chaos with good intentions. Self-mastery without role clarity is just chaos with good intentions. Let's get it.
One, two, I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I post. Up dailies, sip Baileys out the bottle and smoke.
Smoke. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dirt Gang Boss in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you. My sister Lakia Allen is in the building. What's up with you, sister? I don't know if you still here. I seen you was in the city this weekend. You can't. I know you was in and out like a robbery. I ain't bothering you. I ain't doing nothing too tough. Next time you hear though, or I'm in Dallas, we gotta connect, man. I need you. We gotta, man. I gotta. If nothing else, I gotta see you so I can hug your neck. You can hug my neck, but I gotta be intentional. And I started to pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all was moving around. And I started to pull up, but I don't. That nightlife, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I got to stay out that nightlife because them bright lights turn me into a monster. Salute to my sister Kia Allen, the Brothers UK in the building, putting some of that international flavor in the situation. Salute to my brother. MJ's Total Health and Wellness in Richmond in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you. Old School Winston Lee is in the building. What's up with you, Old School Winston Lee, man? Salute to you, family. Kevin Dunbar, the scholar, is in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you. My brother AB is in the building. He said, we back on the self-mastery. Yes, Lord. It ain't no other way. What's up with you, bro? Salute to the good sister Tiffy 2 in the building. Tiffy 2, what's happening there? What's up with the good sister Tiffy 2? Salute to my brother, the Dirt Gang Boss. I got you already, but doubling up ain't no problem. He say hashtag thought mastery. Yes, indeed. Boxing and Barbecue, my brother that slid up in here, man. Salute to my brother, Boxing and Barbecue. What's up with it? My brother Stormy B-Man, the Sensei, is in the building. Salute to my brother Stormy B-Man. What's up with you, bro? King Vonnie 86 is in the building. What's up with you, King Vonnie 86, man? Salute to you. Felix Nunez Jr., the artiste is in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you. 704 Joe is in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you, man. The 4-ounce sniper is in the building. What's up with you, baby? What's up with the 4-ounce sniper? Salute to you. Thrive and Glow with Joe is in the building. Thrive and Glow with Joe. What's up with you, Joe? Salute to you. And Joe bilingual too. Ain't you bilingual, Joe? I think you bilingual. Or you might be trilingual. You know what I'm saying? I think you might be. You know, you an overachiever anyway, just by nature. You feel me? I think you might be bilingual or trilingual or something like that. Yeah, salute the Thrive and Glow with Joe. I had something ignorant to say about you being bilingual, but I forgot what it was. So I just gotta let it flow. Yeah, I just gotta let it flow. Lakia said, absolutely. Yeah, it ain't no question. It ain't no question. But I know y'all turning around and coming back up here. I might be down there before y'all get up here, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, man, I want y'all, let me put this on y'all radar because I am not playing. I said this before, but I want y'all to know that I'm not joking. I am serious about us having a retreat and getting together in 2026. And I'm thinking it's going to be either June or July. I got to look at my calendar and see, but I'm not joking. We are going to sit down and we are going to do a minute manual self-mastery retreat. And we're going to go probably from Friday to Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? And we are literally going to get in here and we're going to get active. And I am not joking. And right now I'm trying to figure out where's the best place to have it and what it is I'm trying to accomplish. But I will get the information out to you as soon as I get it done. I'm going to try to get everything kind of sketched out probably by the end of February. So that gives you enough time to make your arrangements and whatnot. We'll have a host hotel, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much, but I was sitting here thinking about, because I said Kia hugging her neck, and I was thinking about it, and I was talking about Dallas, because Dallas is one of the places I might want to do it. Possibly, we'll see. But I just thought about it, so I wanted to say that. I'm trying not to hold on to nothing, and I want y'all to put that on your radar for either June or July, somewhere at that mid-year point. We're going to do a retreat. All right, so let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. So let's define something most people live inside of, but they never name. You know what I mean? We're going to define something that most people live inside of, but they never name. And that's life roles. Life roles. Do you understand that your life is really just a series of roles? We probably never really looked at it like that, but you realize that your life is just a series of it's just compiled of roles that you play in your life. And they're called life roles. And a life role is one of the hats that you wear with responsibilities, expectations, and energy demands. Okay? A life role is one of the hats, air quotes, that you wear that comes with responsibilities, expectations, and energy demands. You might be a parent, you might be a spouse or a partner, you might be a professional, you might be a leader, you might be a friend, you might be a son, you might be a daughter, you might be a creator, you might be a student, you might be a caretaker, you might be an individual with your own needs and healing. And here's why the roles actually matter. Because your life roles actually shape how you show up in the world, even when you don't realize it. You feel me? Even when you don't realize it. And if you don't define your roles, life will define them for you. You understand? Do you understand this life and how if you don't actively engage in life, life will fuck you up? Like if you don't actively engage in life and you're not taking a bull by the horns per se, and you don't actively engage in life, life will fuck you up. Like I wish I had something different to tell y'all, but you got to actively engage. And so this is another instance where if you don't define your life roles clearly, then life will define them for you. Undefined roles create unspoken expectations. You understand what I'm saying? Like undefined roles create unspoken expectations. You know, romantically, when you talking to old boy, right? Or you talking to old girl, and y'all ain't really made it official tissue, so y'all ain't official like the ref with the whistle. but it's kind of like y'all just kind of like in this space where y'all just like we cooling, but there's no real definition. You understand what I'm saying? But then you've created unspoken expectations. Like, I really truly expect you to be with me and I'm with you, but it's kind of you feel me? But we haven't defined shit. Nah, you got to define your roles. If you don't define your roles, life will define them for you. And undefined roles create unspoken expectations. And unspoken expectations become silent pressure. You feel me? Yeah. King Vonnie said, AKA Purgatory. Fancy 9604 in the building. I think that's my auntie. What's up with you, Fancy? I think that's my auntie. She says, take your role seriously. No one is perfect and all deserve the right to be loved. That's a fact. You be confused, and the unspoken expectations become silent pressure. You feel me? And so I'm gonna talk about myself. I just remember a season in my life where I was trying to be everything at once. You feel me? Y'all see the image on the screen. Stop carrying everything, right? But I was trying to be everything at once. I was trying to be a provider, trying to be a leader, trying to be a builder, a father, a husband, a motivator, a mentor, a nephew. You know what I'm saying? A rock of my family, and I never stopped to ask what was realistic. You feel me? Like, what was realistic? The roles are not the problem. Like, the life roles that you're going to have, the roles aren't the problem. So we can just be clear about anything. The roles are not the problem. The role confusion is. You feel me? The role confusion is the problem, not the roles. So let's talk about these hats, man. Thrive and Glow with Joe. Let's talk about these hats. So I want to talk about them because each hat has a different version of you attached to it. You feel me? So you got the parent you have the professional you got the romantic you got the friend you got the public you got the private you. And if you aren't conscious of which role you're in, then you'll start bleeding one role into another. You feel me? Let me put a pause here. So this is one of the things that I tell you all about, and I go crazy about with regard to work, for instance, because a lot of us have immersed ourselves in work so much that work becomes a part of your personal life. You feel me? And so it is a huge turnoff for me for people who spend personal time in work environments. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm also turned off by people who have friends in their life that they made from work. You understand what I'm saying? And you spend time with your work friends outside of work hours and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm a person that I try to compartmentalize everything for the most part. I have a very few set of exceptions of people who I worked with and we were co-workers and we became friends. The majority of my friends and the people who are my friends, I've had the same friends I'm from the sandbox with. You know what I mean? I'm talking I got the same, like T. Few and I, Thomas Few Sr. and I have been thick as thieves since second grade. I'm in the second, he in the first. You feel me? We've been thick as thieves since then. Yeah. Yeah. It's wild, man. But I'm a person who I don't really believe in bleeding stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just weird like that. But you gotta talk about, once again, if you're not conscious, then you'll lose track of which role you're actually in. And so you start bringing work stress into parenting. You feel me? Bringing relationship conflict into the workplace. Trying to be the strong one for your friends while you secretly drowning in your own stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Being everybody's therapist, but never having your own support. Like, you have to be careful and you have to be mindful of these things. I had a person I used to work and I used to report to. I forgot I'm in my office and I can move around. I'm on my wireless mic, but I used to report to her. And her relationship, she was in a tumultuous relationship at the time or whatnot. And I remember just times where she would bring her relationship stress and pass it on to me at work. You feel me? And in a lot of instances, if I'm being honest, she used to treat me and talk to me and interact with me like I was her man. You understand? And I'm like, ho, I ain't your man. You feel me? Like I'm not your man. I'm your coworker. I'm your colleague. I'm not your man. But it's very easy for those roles to get bled to bleed if you're not careful. You understand what I'm saying? And once again, role bleed. That's called role bleed. That's real. So when you're taking work stress into the house, and when you're taking house stress into the workplace, and you're taking your relationship conflict, you feel me, into your meetings at work. You understand what I'm saying? Or when you're trying to be a therapist to your friends, you feel me, and you take that friendship stress and you bring it into your home. You understand what I'm saying? Especially because women folk, y'all real bad about that. This is respectfully. You know what I mean? This is no judgment, but respectfully, y'all real bad about that. Like, your homegirl will be going through something with her man, and then you come and then you start looking at your man sideways because of the stuff that your homegirl dealing with her man. Or fellas, you got a homeboy and his woman taking him through it, and you be sitting there like, man, ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna be dealing with this from this broad. You know what I mean? And you be at home and you be on point and you just be looking for reasons to spaz out. You feel me? Because ain't no way you finna deal with what your homeboy be dealing with. Yeah, role bleed is real. That's role bleed. That is role bleed. That is you not taking account for what role you're actually in and acted in accordance to that. And role bleed is one of the biggest sources of emotional conflict in us. You feel me? It is one of the biggest. It is one of the biggest. It is one of the biggest sources of emotional conflict within us, because you stuck at what's going on with work, right? You stuck at what's going on with work, and you coming into your house, and now your house is falling apart. You feel me? Yeah. It's I'm telling you, it's real. It's real. Top of the day to my auntie. What's up with you? Man, thank you for falling through here. I appreciate you. Dirt Gang said all his friends from the sandbox. Felix Nunez said, I shouldn't fraternize with my coworkers. I wouldn't, bro. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I wouldn't, didn't, never did. No, I won't say never. I did, and then I ended up in some less than desirable situations, and then I just realized, like, nah, work already gets enough of you. You understand what I'm saying? So to give them personal access, nah, because this is all about access. You know what I mean? And the more we start to take ourselves seriously, the more we understand, the more we start to master ourselves, the more we understand the importance of access. This is about access, and everybody doesn't deserve access. You feel me? Like, what is the barrier of entry to access to you? The fact that y'all work together gives them access into your personal life? Never. I had a salute to Carrie Bay in the building. What's up with you, bro? Salute to my BCU family. I had a coworker I got into it with, and I told this story to y'all a million times, but we got into it because she wanted to see pictures of my children, and I wouldn't show her pictures of my children. Like, you're crazy. You feel me? I'm not finna show you. Think I'm gonna show you pictures of you could be a pervert. Well, I'll show you pictures of my children and you go off and touch yourself in impure manners or something. Like, get the hell out of me. Why you want to see my children? Why you want to see you want to see my children so bad? Get away from me. Well, I just want to see pictures of your kids. Nah, ain't no way. You a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so roll bleed. That's something I want y'all to keep in mind. Like, roll bleed. I must have missed something Joe said. Let me go back to what Joe said. We're not about confusion and not acceptance of confusion. Tiffy 2 said, facts, Joe. Confusion comment was to acknowledge what not knowing your life role and responsibilities are. No confusion on the content and the direction we're going here. I'm lost. I'm lost. Now I'm really lost. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if do I need to clear anything up? Okay. Okay. Boom. Boom. I think okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm lost. AB said that he said that is weird. Nah, man. She used to want to see pictures of my kids, and I wasn't on that at all. But all right. So when you don't define your life roles, like when you just go through life and you don't define your life roles, right? Three things are gonna happen. Three things gonna happen. The first thing is you're gonna become reactive. You feel me? You're going to become reactive. You're always responding to whoever needs you next. The squeaky oil will always get the grease when you do not define your roles. You just become reactive. And so you get pulled in 50 million different directions. You're always responding to whoever needs you next. That's the first thing. The second thing is you live by other people's expectations. Like you always live by other people's expectations. You understand? You understand? Period. Point blank. You live by other people's expectations. Some people are responsible to guilt. Some people are responsible to appearances. Some people are responsible to being liked. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. You always will live by other people's expectations. So that might look like you being responsible to guilt, right? And you might be guilt because you have a friend who everything in life bad always happens to them and nobody else but them, and you feel guilty. You understand what I'm saying? Or you might be responsible to how things look, keeping up this facade. You feel me? Keeping up your image. Keeping up an image. You're responsible to that image. You have to appear like you always have it together. You have to be the one that's always put together. You gotta show and you gotta keep a good face. Some people are responsible to that. Can you imagine the life of being responsible to other people's appearances? To appearance based on other people's expectations, because people expect you to look a certain way. So you are responsible to appearance. Man, this is a cold game. And this is deep, Felix. Felix said, damn, that's deep. It's deep, bro, when you really sit down and think about it. Also, you might be responsible to being liked. Some of us, it's about being liked. Like we want to be liked. That's one of the things that I really, truly I'm really on my son about, because he has that wants to be liked. You feel me? And I understand he's young, he's different. He's in a lot of spaces where he's the only person that looks like him. You feel me? He's tall, he's handsome, he has gorgeous hair. Like my son is beautiful. You feel me? So people's default mode is going to be to dislike him. Similar to myself. When I walk into a room, if you don't know me and we don't have this relationship, your default mode is going to be to not like me, because I'm going to walk in a room and you're going to say, who this motherfucker think he is? You feel me? And that's mostly men. Women, y'all gonna like me. Women, y'all gonna like me. But the men, y'all gonna be like, man, who is this motherfucker? You feel me? That's gonna be your default mode. And so a lot of people feel the responsibility to be in light. But that's the number one, is you become reactive. Number two is you live by other people's expectations, Felix. Watch this. And number three is you lose the sense of yourself. If you do not define your roles, you will lose the sense of yourself. You will lose your sense of self, because when everyone's voice matters more than your own, you disappear. When everybody else's voice matters more than your own, you disappear. You will lose your sense of self. Kivani said, I think I'm made in the image of God, and your reaction is appropriate. Talk that talk then. Listen to me. Number three, you lose your sense of self. You will lose your sense of self. Yeah. So some of us don't even know who we are outside of service. Some of us don't know who we are outside of serving other people. And that is not noble. That shit is dangerous. You don't know who you are outside of serving other people. That's not noble. That's dangerous. My brother B About a Farm says, I see so many of my friends' children in groups where they're the only ones that look like them. We didn't grow up with this element in our environments growing up. That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Yep, that's a fact. And in this day and age, I know for me, I have to be intentional to get my children around people that actually look like them. Have to be intentional. Yeah. All right. So role confusion is going to create stress. Like we just know that. Role confusion is going to create stress because your mind can't prioritize what isn't clear. You feel me? We're always pushing towards clarity, and your mind cannot prioritize what isn't clear. You can't allocate your energy properly, right? You can't say no cleanly. You feel me? And you can't rest without guilt. You can't rest without guilt. And when your roles are blurred, you feel like you're failing everywhere at the same time. Like you feel like you're failing everywhere at the same time when you have not defined your roles and your roles are not clear. So let me ask y'all, have you ever tried to meet everybody's expectations at once? Then looked up and realized you lost your peace? Have you ever tried to meet everybody's expectation at once? Then you looked up and realized that you lost your peace? You did not have peace. AB said, yeah. Kia said, that's dangerous as fuck. You feel me? You tried to meet everybody's expectation all at once, and you looked up and realized that you had lost your peace. That's what happens when you're responsible to everything and centered in nothing. You feel me? Like we're responsible to everything, but we're centered on nothing. That's what happens. Life role confusion. That is life role confusion. All right. Now we didn't get all dark because a lot of us, to be real, we swimming in it right now. We coming off the holidays. It's the beginning of the new year. We have all these expectations. We done made these resolutions and goals or whatever the case may be. I don't know who y'all think y'all kidding. I know exactly what time it is. A lot of us are smack dab in the middle of role confusion. Smack dab in the middle of our life role confusion. And I'm going to tell you something else. You're smack dab in the middle of your life role confusion, and you didn't take yourself over there and download that Minute Manual Mac to help you figure out this stuff. You haven't done that. A free tool you haven't taken 2 minutes to go over and download and look at and start using in order to help figure this stuff out. That's the other thing I do know. So first thing I know is that we are smack dab in the middle of role confusion and needing to piece this stuff out and figure this thing out and make this shit clear. I know that. That's one. And also the second thing I know is that in 2026, you have not taken the time to actively start this process. Y'all just a lot of us still be coming in here just looking at me and listening. But you're not being active. You feel me? You are not being active. And this ain't a passive situation. Like I'm not here to appease anybody. I'm here because I'm literally working on myself, and I'm here sharing the work that I'm doing on myself with you all to help you all get better so that we can get better, because we have to get better. Yeah. Being responsible to everything and centered in nothing, man, is crazy. All right, but let me give you some good news. Now that I done jumped all up and down on your head, let me give you some good news. Role awareness brings balance. You understand what I'm saying? Role awareness brings balance. What's the theme of January? For those of us that are following the self-mastery blueprint, what's the theme of January? Let me ask y'all. Let's see who really working. What is the theme of January? Let me see. Oh, let me see. Look at Joe. I ran Joe. I ran the car into Joe. She said, I didn't download it, Junior. You got me. I didn't download it. We'll go over there and download it. It's free. Go over there and download it. I didn't down, or it didn't download, or you didn't download it. You got to tell me if you went over there and tried to download it and it didn't download, then that's an error on my part. I got to fix. But I didn't see you over there. I didn't see your information over there. I didn't see you over there trying to download it. What's the theme for January with regard to our self-mastery? What are we working on with January? Nobody's talking. Y'all got me puzzled. Y'all got me puzzled. King Vonnie said the toughest step is the first one. Let's get it. Yeah, and the first step is you got to decide. You got to make a decision. You understand? Don't just come in here and just sit around and just look. You got to make a decision every day. You got to make a decision. Like you make the decision as to who you're going to be. That's just a fact. You make the decision. We can come in here and we can work on ourselves, or we can do like everybody else and we can get on some messy shit. And we can just get in here and be messy. I'm looking at my city right now. My city is just messy. Everybody just running around just being messy. We just like messiness. You understand what I'm saying? So we're going to be messy, or we're going to work on ourselves and work at getting better so that we can raise our social economic status. Because I'm going to tell you what don't work. Being distracted and messy don't raise our social economic status. Being messy and distracted is not going to help these babies get better. Kia said awareness. We are working on, and it's twofold, but I'll take awareness from the school teacher in the building. We are working on intentional awareness in the month of January. The first concept of our self-mastery blueprint is intentional awareness. We cannot fix what we don't see. Yeah. So, all right, here's the good news. Role awareness brings balance. Role awareness brings balance, not because your life gets easier, but because your life gets clearer. And the more clear you make things, the easier things are. When you know your roles, you can set boundaries without guilt. You can prioritize your energy. You can define success by alignment, not applause. You feel me? The more aligned I am, the more successful I am. You feel me? I don't give a fuck who clapping. I don't give a fuck who saluting. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I appreciate the claps. I appreciate the salutes. I appreciate your intentional energy and participation. But I know I'm on point because everything is in alignment. You feel me? Everything is in alignment. My values are in line with my standards, which are in line with my thoughts, which are in line with my words, which are in line with my actions, the way I carry myself. You feel me? It's all in alignment. So that's my success. Not the applause. Yeah. But when you know your roles, you can define your success. And you can be present where you are instead of mentally split. You feel me? There's no way you should be sitting here with me and working on this while you split somewhere else. You feel me? There's no way. That's not going to be effective. It's not going to be effective. Balance isn't doing everything. Balance is doing what matters on purpose. You feel me? Balance is doing what you have decided, and you have made the conscientious decision of doing what matters, and you're doing it on purpose. You feel me? That is balance. When you see people who they have life balance, and they not frazzled about stuff, and they just like, hey man, it is what it is, and they just cool. You feel me? In the middle of the storm, and they just cool. They have balance because they have made the decision of doing what truly matters, and they're doing it on purpose. Yeah. Sosa Ribeiro, what's going on with you? They're doing it on purpose. All right. Balance looks like this, because people are going to ask, what does balance look like? I heard y'all asking it. What does balance look like? Balance looks like this. You can show up fully where you are. You show up fully where you are. You stop apologizing for having limits. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have limits. You stop apologizing for having limits. You stop being controlled by guilt and urgency. You understand what I'm saying? You don't be controlled by guilt and urgency. You stop letting people's expectations write your schedule. So one of the things I despise about the modern landscape of work, all y'all have is meetings. You get pulled into this meeting, pulled into that meeting. Just the whole concept of being pulled into a meeting. I hate that. You feel me? I hate that. And the modern workforce has become one of the most unproductive places on the planet. Like, all these meetings and we not producing shit. And that's the truth. Yeah. Yeah. But you stop letting people's expectations write your schedule. So let me say this and let me help. You are responsible first to your values. Then you're responsible to your commitments. Then your people. And most importantly, you have to put yourself on that list of people, because you have to be the main character in your own story. So I just kind of decoded it for you. You are responsible first to your values, then to your commitments, then your people. And you have to put yourself on that people list. Because if you don't, you will resent the people you love. You will resent the people you love. Say it one more time. Because the question, I feel like Pee Wee's Playhouse, the question of the day, the question of the hour was, who are you really responsible to? Probably should say what? You are responsible first to your values. You are responsible to your commitments. Then you're responsible to your people. And you have to put you atop that list. Because if you don't put you atop that list, you're going to resent the people you love. So family, I'm going to say this. Clarify your roles. Define your responsibilities. Set your boundaries. Because peace doesn't come from doing less. Peace comes from doing what you're truly responsible to do. And the key is to figure out what you are truly responsible to. Stop trying to do everything. Stop trying to carry everything. Your roles are your responsibility. And you have to figure out what you are truly responsible to. Y'all can go over. If you didn't catch it, you can go over yesterday and you can watch the live stream where I said the MAT is live, the mat is live. I do the walkthrough of the mat so you can see how it can help you with your roles and helping figure out your responsibilities. But that's it, man. And today's question, once again, who are you really responsible to? And once you answer that, your life gets a whole lot more clear, man. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all so much, man, for taking the time to tune in. I really, truly, genuinely appreciate it, man. If I had a million tongues, I couldn't tell it all. This show is brought to you by the Black Gentleman Grooming Company. We do have a line of all natural handcrafted grooming products, specifically with you in mind. So be sure to come check us out, www.theblackgent.com. That's www.theblackgent.com. Also, this is also your invitation to come over and get the Simple Truth Minute Manual system, man. The Simple Truth Minute Manual, the second edition of the book, the 1 hour book that will change the way you watch the clock, written by yours truly, Junior the Truth, as well as the 2026 Minute Manual Planner, man. They're both available. The planner also includes our self-mastery blueprint for 2026. And we are doing a whole lot of good work over there on getting ourselves better. Tay, what's up with you, love? Salute. Ravens Nation, what's good with you, homie? Salute to you. But thank y'all so much, man. And once again, I know y'all gonna have to replay this one. This was worthy of a replay. This was also worthy of a share. We went to work today. But salute to you all, man. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune in. Really, truly, genuinely appreciate you. This is Junior the Truth signing off, giving you a daily reminder to view your life like a pair of dice until your life looks like a paradise, man. I'm a hard-born player made. If you don't know anything else about me at the end of the day, I got to keep pushing, baby.
We offer the best grooming products for you. Just so natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help be your swagger, style, class, and luxury. We make our products tailor-made for you with high quality. Yeah. So get in style with the Black, yeah. Company, to give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah. Black, gentleman, Black, yeah. Company, to give you swagger, style, class, and luxury. In luxury, yeah.
Located at www.theblackgent.com.
One, two, and I've hustled harder than most. I'm a beast on these streets, got a revolver I tote. For these niggas trying to take me off the block where I'm